Good morning. Good morning. So today we're going to start talking about trig functions, so a little bit of trigonometry. So trigonometry is triangle measurements, so the study of a triangle and the measurements inside there, maybe the angle, what the measurement of the angle is, or maybe what the ratio is. Okay, so we have some trig ratios. Okay, so we can find trig ratios using our trig functions. And our first trig function is the sine function. On your calculator, you will see it shortened to SIN on your calculator. Okay, so sine is the angle that you're looking at. So we're going to look at angle A right now. Okay, so the ratio of your sine, so we can say that sine of angle A is going to be a ratio of our sides. Okay, so it is the side opposite, okay, of that angle. So the side opposite of that angle is going to be the side A, okay, over the hypotenuse. And so the hypotenuse here, remember, is across from your 90. So that would be your side C. Okay? Well, what if we wanted to find our other angle down here, that angle B? So if we wanted to find the sine of angle B, it's the side opposite. So that would be your B over your hypotenuse C. Okay? So the sine ratio is going to be the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So the opposite side over the hypotenuse. Sorry, my thing is crazy. Okay. What about cosine? So cosine is also a ratio. Okay. So the cosine ratio is going to be the side adjacent to that angle. Okay. Oops. All right. So cosine is shortened to COS. Okay. So cosine is shortened to COS. So if you were looking at the cosine of angle A, okay, then it's going to be the side, well, the leg that's adjacent to the angle. So the leg that's adjacent to the angle is going to be the leg B over the hypotenuse. Okay, so the cosine of B, so cosine of angle B, then is going to be, here's my angle B, so it's the side, it's the leg that's adjacent to that, so it's going to be A over your hypotenuse C. So cosine is going to be the leg that's adjacent over your hypotenuse, always your hypotenuse. Okay. And the tangent ratio is the ratio of the legs. Okay, so both of the legs. So if we wanted to find tangent of your angle A, so let's go back to angle A here. So tangent of angle A, okay, is going to be the opposite side, so the opposite side, which is going to be A, over the adjacent side, which is going to be B. Okay, so the tangent of angle B, okay, is going to be the side that's opposite. Okay, so it's going to be B over the adjacent, which is A. Okay, so your tangent, okay, is going to be your opposite. So your opposite side over your adjacent. Okay, so a lot of times we shorten this to SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so it would be S is opposite. I usually like to say Oscar had a heap of apples, but a lot of people say SOHCAHTOA here. So cosine is then adjacent hypotenuse, and then your tangent is O and your A. Okay, so this is your sine, cosine, tangent ratios. And basically it's just the ratios of those sides. Okay, so you're going to have to remember this. Okay, you're going to have to know this, know this, know this. Okay, all right, so let's work some examples here. All right, so if we said that our two legs here, leg B over here is 9 and 12, I want to find the ratio sine of angle A, cosine of angle A, and tangent of angle A. Well, to do that, I need to find my hypotenuse first. Okay, so that means I'll say my Pythagorean theorem said 9 squared plus 12 squared is equal to your c squared. So 9 squared plus 12 squared is, I think, 225. Square root of that, so your c is going to be 15. Okay, so sine of A is going to be opposite, so it's going to be 12 over your hypotenuse, which is a 15. Okay, cosine, okay, is going to be your adjacent, so it's going to be 9 over 15. And then your tangent is going to be opposite, which is 12, over your adjacent, which is 9. Okay? Alright, if I wanted to, and you can reduce those two. So 12 over 15, that reduces to what? 3 goes into both of those, so that's 4 over 5. 9 over 15, 3 goes into both of those, so that's 3/5. And 12 over 9 reduces to 4 over 3. Okay? Alright. So if I wanted to find the sine of angle B now, and cosine of angle B, my ratios are just going to change because I'm looking at a different angle. It's going to be with respect to a different angle now. So now I'm going to be looking at my B, my angle B. So sine of angle B, the side opposite of that is going to be your 9. So this is going to be 9 over your hypotenuse. Your cosine is your adjacent, so it's 12 over 15. And then your tangent, that is a B down there, I'm sorry. Your tangent there is going to be your opposite over your adjacent. So it's going to be 9 over 12. Okay, so that reduces, so 9 over 15, so that's going to be 3 over 5. And then 3 goes in both of those, so that's 4 over 5. And then 9 over 12, which is a 3 over 4. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to talk about if we want to find like maybe the missing leg on a triangle. Okay? Or a missing side. Okay? So let's look here. So if I wanted to find the missing side here, okay, my missing side is x, okay. I'm given my angle 41 down here, so that's my B, okay. And I have a ratio right here. I don't know my hypotenuse, so I can find, I want to find the side opposite, right? I want to find the side that is opposite of the angle, and I know the adjacent side. Okay, so I want to find my opposite and I know my adjacent. So what is that trig ratio that deals with opposite sides and adjacent sides? Okay, so that is going to be your tangent. Okay, so you can say the tangent of your angle B, and angle B is equal to 41 degrees, okay, is equal to the opposite side, which is your x, over your adjacent side, which is 32. Okay, so you'll solve for x by multiplying both sides by 32. Okay, so you'll say 32 times tangent of 41. And in this case, when you're actually using the tangent function on your calculator, make sure your calculator must be in degrees. Most of them are always in degrees, but sometimes it gets changed on your calculator, so just make sure that it's degrees. Okay? So, you're going to say 32 times tangent of 41. So that is, my calculator is not in degree, it's in radian. So to change that, you need to go to your mode on your calculator and go down there. It's the third thing usually. And make it to be in degrees. So that's going to be 27.8. So your x here is going to be equal to 27.8. And that is a side measurement, so that's not a degree. Okay? Okay, let's do another one here. Okay, so let's just say I have my triangle, and I know angle A up there is going to be 21 degrees. My hypotenuse is going to be 26. And this leg over here is going to be your x. So, what is that ratio right there? I know my angle A, and I know I'm looking for the side, the leg that's adjacent to that angle. So that would be your adjacent side, and I know my hypotenuse. So adjacent to hypotenuse is going to be what? It's going to be cosine. So we can say cosine of 21 degrees is equal to your adjacent side, which is x, over your, whoops, not 36, but it's a 26 over there. Okay, so multiply both sides by 26. Remember, make sure your calculator is in degree. Okay, so multiply both sides by 26. So you're going to say 26 times cosine of 21 degrees, which is going to be 24.3. Okay. All right. Let's think about another one here. 33, let's say our angle down here is 33. I don't know my hypotenuse. How about that? I don't know my hypotenuse. Okay. And let's say that I know this side down here. Okay. So I know this side down here is going to be 15, and that is going to be adjacent to my given angle. Okay. So this would be my adjacent side, and I know I'm looking for my hypotenuse here. So still that ratio adjacent to hypotenuse is going to be cosine. Okay, so cosine of your angle 33 is going to be equal to your adjacent, which is 15, over your hypotenuse, which is x. Okay, so you will multiply both sides by x, so you're going to get x times cosine of 33 is equal to 15. Then you need to solve for x here, so you would divide both sides by cosine of 33. So what you'll put in your calculator is going to be 15 over cosine of 33. Make sure your calculator is in degree. Okay. So 15 divided by cosine of 33. Which is 17.9. So x is going to be equal to 17.9. Okay? Alright, so I hope that makes sense. So I want you all to finish that worksheet and have a wonderful day.